Namaste, beloveds. This is Motherwood Wisdom, and this, of course, is another very special video. We are experiencing the 5-5 portal, May 5th. Portal is Eclipse, full moon. Today is my father's birthday. I did the math. He would have been 109 years old today. I miss him so. It's also what I am celebrating as my own coming out day, or my rebirth day, or my crowning myself day. And I'm doing that because I have overcome a lot of my shadow self. I've come to terms and come to grips with many aspects of myself, many ancient aspects, as well as many aspects from this present life. And of course, I'm not done. Not by a long shot. Okay, not by a long shot am I done. There's still so much to do. But the wisdom and discernment are here. The will to do better, the commitment to me, myself, and I coming first, and loving myself unconditionally. These are all the things that are helping me break out of my own shell, come out of my own shell. And just like that tortoise who's taken her time, the time is now. And I'm feeling it. I'm actually feeling it. I've been feeling it 2023 since a little bit before this spring started. And so that's why I know it's time. And when I say it's time, what am I talking about? I'm talking about it's time for me to go even deeper into me, even deeper into my genetic makeup, even deeper into my instinctual and intuitive knowing. And I've kind of been wanting to do this from a perspective of a group setting, or in a group of women specifically, but Spirit has said no. Spirit says no, you need to do this the way you started it. And the way I started it was by myself. And the way I started it was with Motherwood Wisdom's Blog Talk radio show. And so this Saturday, I will be back on the radio show. And my Blog Talk radio show, Motherwood Wisdom, it is what it is, will start running again every Saturday. I'm thinking 2 o'clock or 2:30. So just stay tuned if you're interested, and I hope you call in. I hope you help me with certain topics. They will be current events. They will also be, of course, spiritual, beloveds. You know, I don't do anything outside of spirituality. So it will be deeply involving spirit. And I will be bringing to the table all that I have learned, all that I have gathered, all the seeds that have produced fruit will be brought to the table for me to share and for you to partake in as you feel. That's really about it, beloveds. Also, there's a lot going on There's a lot of other people coming out of the closets as well. There are a lot of other people who have been in the forefront of the eye. They are starting to recede. And that's because, once again, beloveds, it's time. And you have to realize divine order is based on celestial time. It's the celestial time of the planets revolving, of the galaxies, of you'll see so much coming up in our astronomical and astronomy and astrology that is going to blow your mind, simply because we are more receptive to those frequencies. And these are some very ancient frequencies. Beloveds, these planets have their own frequencies and spectrums, and they communicate with us, especially I'm a Taurus. I was born May the 1st, so it really resonates with me, certain things. And you'll notice that you're much more receptive during those planetary alignments, during those times when there are changes going around in the heavens, big changes going around in the heavens. Understand that those changes, connect them with the changes that are going through with you, beloveds. Make yourself aware of the lunar influences, the different phases of the moon. Understand how it affects you, if it affects you, physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. See what calls to you during these times. Is it family? Is it spirit? Is it a romantic relationship? Is it platonic friendship? What is calling to you at this time? What's calling out to you? What do you need to explore and expand? Everything right now, beloveds, is about expanding your spiritual conscious awareness. Understand that is what is taking place. Okay, if you need words to kind of put things in perspective, understand that every single thing that is taking place in this present moment is to help expand your spiritual conscious awareness so that you are able to make self-inquiry and that you are able to supply yourself with the answers, because everything you need is within you. And if you have a hard time communicating with yourself or getting in touch with yourself, find those who can help you. Find those who can help you transmute, help those feelings, those fears, those angers, those resentment, whatever those feelings and thoughts are. Understand that they are just adjectives. They are just what's the word I'm looking for, spirit? Aspects. They are just aspects of you, beloved. They are not the totality of you. There's that word again, total totality. That's been coming through. So it's really important for us to pay attention to the major and the minor aspects of things. Okay? And in order to really grasp that you are a whole, holy being, you need to understand the totality and the complexity of your composition. And just like your physical body is composed and needs nutrition and takes in nutrition and gets releases the toxins. So must your spirit, beloved. So must you do this on so many levels and aspects and frequencies and spectrums. You've got to clear stuff out. And it gets stuck in you for not just generations, but aeons, millennials, and worlds. Okay? You've got to understand how old the composition of the materials are that come together to make you. Okay? You have been seeded with unconditional love. There's nothing that you cannot achieve. There's nothing that you cannot imagine. Healing is yours. That's your right. And that is your superpower. And you need to start looking at it that way, individually and as a collective. And start with the baby steps of loving yourself, beloveds. And loving yourself means getting to know yourself intimately. Getting to know yourself intimately. And when you're ready, then you can share what you've learned intimately about yourself with another. And you branch it off and you expand it, you multiply it. That's what being fruitful and multiplying means. Doesn't just mean, excuse my French, fucking. Okay? It doesn't just mean indulging in physical pleasure that has no connection to your soul or your spirit, or that does not serve the great goddess, the great mother, the divine feminine principle itself, the Holy Spirit. Know how holy you are. And know whoever you're with, whoever you're willing to say, I'm willing to receive from you. I'm willing to receive from you, and I'm willing to give what I have to you. Make sure that you're ready for the exchange. And know that the exchange will create something new. And that is the purpose, beloveds. That creating something new for the next 7 generations. What you're creating as blueprints and ways to build. With outside of bricks and mortar. How to build spiritual temples. Excuse me. Everything else is just a copy of that. Everything else is just a copy of that. Whether it's righteous or profane. It's just a copy of the dark and the light. And it is up to us to bring them together as one. Bring balance through unconditional love. That is going to do it for me, beloveds. Let me get one card. I'm getting Medicine Woman deck. Hold on just a second. Okay, beloveds. These cards were pulled before. They were not shared. Just so happens to be 5 of them for the 5-5 portal. I did that, and I asked again if these were the ones for today, and they've been waiting for me to get to them. And so Let me start off with the first one. This card is the Power Lodge of the Pipes. Let's see what Carol Bridges has to say about that. Power Lodge of the Pipes. Here we go. Power Lodge of the Pipes. Wise priestess. Energizing others. Prayer. This is my peak of excellence in living a spiritual truth. I am able to give of my wisdom to others who come my way. I empower others by encouraging their own talents and abilities, giving opportunity to the potential within them. As I observe the qualities of God within, I bring them forth. In my creative work, I have found you, Creator, living and giving life to all I do. My art is my heart, filled with love for you. And all who receive my art are thereby blessed. This work I give, in beauty I live. I have expressed one quality of you. You are the power that has attracted all I love. I am the power of you. And that is the prayer of this card, beloveds. And let's see what the lesson is. The lesson: you are adept in the use of your creative sexual spiritual energy. You have gained access to power. Your challenge is to handle it humbly, considering the good of all. Your challenge is to handle it humbly, considering the good of all. You cannot deny your beauty, expertise, creative achievement, or quality of craftsmanship, but you are still a human being learning to fully carry out Creator's plan. The purpose of the wand that has been handed to you is to cast a magic spell of hope on the world. The purpose of carrying the pipe is to assist others in using their sexual, creative, spiritual energy in a masterful way. That is so powerful and so deep, beloveds, because, like I said, spring and honeycomb conversations and everything is just flowing. It's flowing like milk and honey, cosmic milk and cosmic honey. Okay? And that is Amarita for sure. Use your power to praise Mother Nature's creation, to acknowledge the source, to herald the dawn of a peaceful age, to uplift those who cannot yet see. Use your power to heal, to love unconditionally. Devote yourself to serving the spirit within all that lives. This is the prime of your energy. You have taken the wild energy of youth into mature forms of expression. The more you have truly expressed the energy of self within you, the more youthful vitality you take into physical maturity. You must not deny self, but merely find the right channel for ongoing, expanding expression. I am just shaking and trembling because, beloveds, this is so deep for me. Like I said, this is re-entering into this world for me, so it's deep. This is the lesson you have learned and must encourage others to learn. Each has an individual way. Be aware and bring it forth. Each has an individual way. And she didn't write it, but it keeps ringing in my head for me to say it. Each has an individual energy. So I'm adding each has an individual energy. Each has an individual way. Be aware and bring it forth. The next card. I'm going to turn on my air conditioner. It's getting a little hot in here. And I'll just try to keep speaking up a little bit louder. Is the Six of Stones. The Six of Stones. And let's see what that says. Six of Stones. This is the prayer, restoring balance. Prayer. As I am a steward of wealth, I am also guardian of the balance of wealth, and must share where sharing seems right. I cannot forget the hard times that I have experienced and the help that came to me when I needed it most. I too will give to others whom I perceive to be in need of what I offer. As I teach my skills and share my creations, an inner balance is felt, and I am at peace. As I've said before, it brings me pleasure. It brings me immense pleasure to share my spirituality. As I teach my skills and share my creations, an inner balance is felt, and I am at peace. Wealth comes my way as I embody ideas from the world. I am asked to create beauty, to support love, to actualize the truth that all are worthy of my care. My responsibility is the power that replenishes the world. Accept these gifts I offer to others, for in so doing, I offer them to you, Earth Mother. That's the prayer. And this is the lesson. You have achieved a level of material success. You must replenish the source. Look back to all those who helped you, family, friends, suppliers, distributors, co-workers, and Mother Earth herself. Share something with them. Let your intuition guide you. And that is that card. The next card, beloveds, there we go. I put this in this holder thing. I hope it works. So this is the next card, the Apprentice of Arrows. And let's see what it says, beloveds. Apprentice of Arrows. Brave herald of new thought. Prayer. I speak in words that affirm the positive. I write in words that speak the truth, knowing that truth is the underlying goodness within creation, and anything less than wondrous is false. I dismiss all thoughts of I can't and feelings that I am not responsible. I throw off whatever limits my good and the good of those around me. I see beauty and I speak to beauty. I see love and I speak to love. Where I cannot see these, I supply them. Bravely I go forth and change the words that cause harm, grief, or hunger. I change the laws. I change the limits. I review concepts. I remind myself. I create a better place to play. I create a better place to play. Woo! Talk about cosmic yumminess, okay? I'm sorry, I'm still digesting that one. Let me come forward. I remind myself, I recreate a better place to play. I am a messenger, bringing new thoughts that are the seeds of freedom. With the words you give me, Great Spirit, the young shall be liberated, the world transformed. Aho, mama. Aho. Aho. Amen. Hallelujah. Woo! Ashe. Bring it. Lesson. Your words live forever in the hearts and minds of 7 generations. Speak in such a way that their minds can develop images of better ways in guiding anyone, particularly youth. Make sure your words assist their becoming self-responsible, capable, and caring. Listen to the needs of the developing soul of the student, just as you have been listened to by the ever-present guiding beings who stand by you in total love. I am not making that up. It said total. It said total love. Okay? Encourage the expression of highest self in all beings. Point the way by your own life and actions. You will return to life in the world you have given your children. You will return to life in the world you have given your children. Let me pause for a moment, because I don't want that to go over anyone's head. We come back many times. The earth is the earth, but we come back many times. The changes that you see on the earth when you come back is because of what you have seeded, what you have done, what you have achieved, what you have allowed to be done is what you come back into. So, whether you're coming back into paradise, or you're coming back into hell, or you're coming back into heaven, that's on you. That's on you. And nobody can do it for you. It's coming from your heart. What's coming forward for me right now, beloveds, is the movie Planet of the Apes, the very first one, and how it was about the apes enslaving human beings and putting them in zoos and experimenting on them. Rounding them up, terrifying them, because they are the masters and the majority. You will return to life in the world you have given your children. So remember that scene where Charleston Heston and Nova are riding on that horse on the beach, and they come to the Statue of Liberty. All the way up to her neck is buried with sand. And he realizes, because he went into space and came back, that this is what happened to the planet. And it's not another planet that he is on. It's not another age that it's another age that he is in. And it is one that was created by man with their wars and everything else, from the words that he said. I can't remember verbatim, but I know he cussed them out. And he said, "You bastards, this is what y'all done. This is what you have recreated. This is what you've done." Patterns are here for us to look at. The ancients are speaking to us continually. The ancients, the guides, the stars, the heavens, and so many of us, beloveds, we don't pay attention because we're so enamored. We're so attached, we're so addicted to the persona, to the person hood, to that hood, to this mask, to this flesh that we wear over our spirit. And we silence and dumb down that spirit and listen to the flesh, the mind, the thoughts, the feelings. And that's what kills us. In the Bible, it says you die because of your ignorance. My people die because of their ignorance. Ignorance of self. In the Bible, it said they live what? Methuselah lived 999 years. Why? How? Because he had the wisdom not to allow his personhood to come before his God self. And he lived to see the flood come. So he lived long enough to see the decay, those 900 something years of man losing his mind, losing his self to his mind, they say. That's deep. That's deep. Thank you, Spirit. That's deep. Losing yourself to your mind, allowing your mind to enslave your spiritual self. And that's settling, they say. Settling for less than your inheritance. Let me keep going. You will return to life in the world you have given your children. That you have given your children. What have we given our children? What have we given them? What are we doing for these young ones now today? What are we teaching them about their spirits, about themselves, about their sexuality, about loving themselves, about being good neighbors, about being good human beings? That's what we're going to come back to. So you can be as selfish as you want to. That Toni Morrison quote, God loves himself. I'll put it on Facebook. I have to go find it again. It's one of my favorites. But it's rising up within me now because it is so on point. And it's so on point from such a deep perspective of self-reflection and self-analysis that came from this very first card, Power Lodge, the Priestess card. Let me keep going. Teach that all can be transformed. The young have come to correct the errors of your generation. The young have come to correct the errors of your generation. Give them the skills to do so. They are hope. Give them faith in themselves. Inspire courage. Share the wisdom that has helped you on your own path and the wisdom that you have developed. Point the way. Encourage harmonious action. There is a child somewhere awaiting the knowledge you hold. I give it freely. I give it freely because it was given to me freely. I give it freely. Okay, let me get back to it. The next card is the Two of Pipes. Two of Pipes. The Two of Pipes. This is a prayer. Great Spirit, I see many possibilities. You have given me a world that is full. Existence exists. Okay? Existence exists, beloveds. Existence exists. Light, dark, shadow, contrast, contour, rotten, putrid, profane, pure, innocent. Existence exists. And that's the wisdom. Discern it. Discern it. Discern it. It's there. It's there for the contrast. It's there. You can't outthink the Creator. Okay? So don't sit there and say, well, why is this here? And that's such annoying. And that's... It's here to teach. Everything is here to teach. And you ain't above learning. And you don't know more than Creator. Okay? So don't ever think you know more than Creator. Learn. If He send you a gnat, learn from it. If it's a rock, be still, sit still, and learn from it. Prayer. Great Spirit, Two of Pipes, recognize the call. Prayer. Great Spirit, I see many possibilities. You have given me a world that is full. Let me know what you would wish from me this day, what work my life may accomplish. I am setting aside things of distraction, that I might hear your words and receive your vision. Guide me along the way that will accomplish your goals. Lead me into relationship with all who will illumine my way. Oh, mama. Like I said, these cards were pulled like maybe 2 or 3 videos ago, and I kept saying, oh, I'm going to get to it, I'm going to do it, and then everything in its proper time. Everything in its proper time. And there were days when I was beating my, Valerie, you didn't do that. You didn't do that. It wasn't the time. It wasn't the time. In this moment, this is the time. Go with the flow. Don't rush. And don't think you know. Go with the flow of things. Allow yourself to be guided. Allow yourself to be led. Sometimes we have to be led. Sometimes we have to close our eyes, close off our minds, close off our thoughts and our feelings, put our faith, and just step out on faith and let it lead you. Lesson. The world is within. As the sacred pipe is lit, your inner vision begins to manifest in the world. The pipe is your spinal energy column where male, the stem, and the female, the bowl, unite. This card has come up a couple of times in the previous videos. The smoke, like male-female flow within your body, spirals around, rising to the spirit. Now do you understand why I said what I say? When I say be aware of who you're laying down and allowing inside of you, and who you're putting your seed into, because they are the container that's taking that to the heavens, to the spirit world. So you want it to be as pure as possible. You want it, and when I say pure, beloveds, I mean corresponding with your own good heart, with your own intentions, with unconditional love and acceptance for the individuals and for the collective, for the healing of all, for the expanding spiritual conscious awareness of all. When you lay down with somebody, when you make sex, when you get intimate with somebody, be in the spirit of making love to the all, for the all. And the energy that you're creating, because you do create energy with that friction, you create energy. whether you know it or not. And you send that energy out. Make sure that energy is pure. Because we're living in the results of what unpure fornicating is all about. And yes, I know fornicating is a big word, and so many people just don't like that, and it hurts your feelings, and blah, 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 blah. You can think what you want. The Bible says everything with moderation. Okay? So I'm not judging anybody. I'm not here to judge nobody. All right? But be whole and holy in everything you do. Give it your best. You can only be as best as you can be in the moment with what you know. Keep fortifying yourself. Keep shedding those old skins and those old habits and those old attachments, those old yearnings that aren't pure and that aren't going to keep you pure. That's going to keep you traumatized and down. Shed that. Pass that through you like SHIT, like poo. Okay? Let it, mama, be the fertilizer for the next world, for the next earth that you are going to come back to. The smoke, like male-female flow within your body, spirals around, rising to the spirit. The eagle, highest flying bird, ascends to give you an overview of a possible life. Fly with it. Look from above. You are catching a glimpse of creative, sexual, and spiritual possibilities. Right now, you are being given a general view, focus, and concentration, zeroing in on one aspect will come later. See, that's what I meant by I'm getting myself together and loving myself. And when I get ready to get in a relationship, look out. Look out. Because you're going to get what you prayed for. So look out. Be ready. Focus and concentration, zeroing in on one aspect will come later. You are being magnetically drawn toward fulfillment. This could be a period of excitement and anticipation, accompanying a feeling of readiness. Yes, 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 like Christmas. Yes, yes, yes. A possible pitfall at this stage is the tendency to trade your creative, sexual, spiritual energy for money, acceptance by another, or to set it aside for a philosophy. Been there, done that with just about each and every one of those. Money, yep, check that out, did that. Acceptance of another, yep, did that, check that out. Set it aside for a philosophy, yep, religious philosophy, yep, I don't do that, yep, I'm too good for that, yep. In other words, there is a possibility for self-denial. Instead, you must recognize your potential and seek only to find ways to unite it successfully with the powers of others and the world. The more you dwell on your highest vision, the more you will counteract this tendency towards self-denial and draw support towards yourself. Beloveds, that is so powerful. Like I said, um, this coming out of the shell once again. And coming out of the shell, I had a reading done. In that reading, my Saturn was returning again. So this is a Saturn return year for me as well. May the 1st, a couple days ago, I turned 58 years old. And like I've said in several other videos, my mother and my grandmother and my great-grandmother, they only lived to 43. But they are here within me. And so they have returned here again. And this is where I'm getting the wisdom from. And it's a beautiful thing, beloveds. See my gray? Oh yeah, it's there. We've got a lot to learn as human beings. We've got a lot to learn as individuals first and foremost. Be with yourself as much as you can. If you're already in a relationship, commit to each other that you're going to have these conversations with each other so that you can become one. If you're not in a relationship, continue working on yourself until you're ready. And then don't deny yourself when you know you're ready. And you'll know when you're ready. Last card, beloveds. 9 of Pipes. And y'all know how I love nines. 9 speaks to me through the frequency, through the spectrum, through the vibration. It speaks to me. So there's an eagle again. And here we go. 9 of Pipes. Relating to power. Relating to power. I humbly take the role that I see myself in now. I gladly take the step before me. I accept this new power and position through people. Though people may come to me recognizing my talents, I shall overcome the temptation to live on their compliments and stop growing. I choose instead to continue to carry out the work you place before me, Great Spirit, always accepting my highest role in relation to my people. For the place you have given me among them, I am thankful. From the very onset of Mother with Wisdom, I'm a seed thrower. I'm a seed thrower. I throw the seeds. We back to throwing the seeds. We ain't never stopped, but we stopped the show. And we stopped the show for the reasons that were brought up in the other thing about getting distracted with money, somebody else, trying to be something to somebody else, and whatever the other one was. I can't remember it right now, but I've been there, done that. And so it's really about reflecting now. It's really about having the maturity to reflect upon your experiences, and not just be so angry that you had to experience this, that, and the other, or that someone had you experience this, that, and the other. No. You have experienced existence. Existence exists. Now use that. Use that to go forward, because you're going to be coming back into a world that you have created with what you bring to it, what you leave behind. Excuse me, French. The shit you leave behind is the shit you come back to. So leave the good shit, okay? Leave some good compost. All right? Now, let's get to this 9 of Pipes. humbly take the role that I see myself in now. I gladly take the step before me. I accept this new power and position. Through people may come to me, recognizing my talents, I shall overcome the temptation to live on their compliments and stop growing. And my own compliments, beloveds, my own compliments. I'm seeing and starting to love myself, and this is brand new to me. Okay? And so it feels good. And it has its little addictive tendencies. Oh, we want clothes. Oh, we want makeup. We want more wigs. We want this. We want. And so it's, come on. Everything's not about want. It's about being. And those things that you want ain't got nothing to do with being authentically you. Okay? So, humbly, Valerie. I shall overcome the temptation to live on their compliments and stop growing. I choose instead to continue to carry out the work you place before me, Great Spirit, always accepting my highest role in relation to my people for the place you have given me among them. I am thankful. I am thankful for my collective. There are many collectives that I belong to, and I am very thankful for each and every one of them. Some of them are the brightest, highest of lights, and some of them, baby, are the deepest, darkest little pits of hell you've never seen in your life and don't want to see never again. And I belong to all of that. All of that is my collective. And I know that about myself. And I no longer deny it or have shame or guilt or about it, because existence exists for this reason, to learn from, not to hold resentment against. Blame it on God, or blame it on so and so, or blame this and blame. This is the world that we left behind. This is what we stepped into. This is what we incarnated into again, because we left it here. Let that sink in so that we can leave better. For the place that you have given me among them, I am grateful. This is the lesson. You stand before your inner teacher, the power within you. You have achieved success in taking charge of your physical being, whether by controlling your diet, disciplined exercise. Wait a minute. You have achieved success in taking charge of your physical being, whether by controlling your diet, disciplined exercise, or fine-tuning your voice to sing. It's so funny because I just posted Celine Dion's song to sing, and I posted the other day about I'm thinking about bariatric surgery again, and it's been like 15, 20 something years before, but here I am again with that. So your hands to draw, your feet to dance, your fingers to play an instrument, or your heart to open to healing. I hope you have some degree of mastery over the physical realm because you have consistently focused your energy in a certain direction. You may be a mother of children or a mother of invention. I am both. I am all and I am nothing. Whatever you have done, you are on the threshold of a deeper relationship with the great power. This has been coming forth, this threshold, this 5-5 portal, y'all. This Cinco de Mayo. This is my father's birthday. He would have been 109. 109, that 1 plus that 9 is that 10. That's that 1. That's that new beginning. That's the whole rebirth thing that I've been, the cosmic milk is flowing. It's flowing. Whatever you have done, you are on the threshold of a deeper relationship with the great power. You are at a point where you will feel the gift of increased energy. That's what I've been praying for. A bonus for work well done thus far. However, the intensity of this gift may cause anxiety or confusion if you do not understand its purpose. It is as if you have been playing the game and suddenly the ball is in your hands. That reminds me of the avatar that catches the ball and it's like, that's so funny. Excitement pours through you. Don't panic. Just go for your larger goal. It is time to act. Pitfalls here involve wanting to eliminate the unusual energy or wasting it on excesses such as overeating, drinking too much, drug indulgence, or compulsive, non-meaningful sexual activity in lieu of taking the action your soul really wants to take. So spot on. The extra energy must be used courageously to move you forward into the wholeness, into a place in your highest fantasy. You can live your dream if you take your next step bravely now. Bring your high ideas home to bless your foundation. Your power is great and must be put to good purpose. And that is that card, beloveds. And that is going to do it for this video. And I just want to say, it just blows me away, always, how synchronistic stuff is. And I'm thinking, oh, Valerie, you just being lazy for not reading those cards. Or you said you was going to do it and you didn't. And I was beating myself up. Like I said, not knowing that those cards had a specific time to be read. This was that time. And the impact of those words by Carol Bridges is so deep. And the priestess element from the power of the lodge look at that lodge. Look at the shape it's in. Look at the doorways. Look at the energies flowing in, flowing out, flowing around. Look at that baby doe, deer, fawn, with the child with a heart on its shirt. So there are like 3 different aspects. 4 with the deer. Let me look for just a minute and read deer. Let's see, give me 1 second. It doesn't have deer in here. That's really weird. Doesn't have deer. What about doesn't have eagle? Okay, then this is not supposed to be read because it's not here. Zebra, for some reason, is popping up. And I think it's because I've been seeing a lot of zebras on Facebook lately. A couple of my friends have been posting several things with zebras. And zebras, probably about, I don't know, probably about 12, 15 years ago were my thing. And they kept speaking to me, and it's bringing me back to this time. So let's see. Let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. Let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. Whenever you venture into unfamiliar territory, it's quite natural to feel some trepidation. Your mind can create all sorts of scenarios as to what can go wrong. Doubts and uncertainties may arise, and the path can seem fraught with challenges and sometimes even danger. You may find yourself stuck at times, fearful about moving ahead, yet much of what we label as fear isn't actually fear. True fear is a vital, instinctual response to any life-threatening situation. It is triggered not by circumstances or events, but even more so what you think about those circumstances or events. Stay relaxed, yet vigilant, trusting that nothing can truly harm you and that your body will provide sensory information if there is any actual danger. If there truly is any threat, then your instincts will tell you what to do. Whenever you feel an exaggerated sense of fear, triggered mainly by your thoughts, one that has little or no basis in reality, when you feel that anxiety or that dread or that fear coming from just the collective that holds it, and it just comes and just fills you, listen, breathe. Know that it's not yours, okay? It's your thoughts being triggered. Stay relaxed, yet vigilant, trusting that nothing can truly harm you and that your body will provide sensory information if there is any actual danger. If there truly is any threat, then your instincts will tell you what to do. Whenever you feel an exaggerated sense of fear triggered mainly by your thoughts, one that has little or no basis in reality, take a few slow, deep breaths. Call upon spirit helpers who have provided their guidance and protection before. Reach out to close friends or family members for reassurance and to help you feel grounded and centered. Recall those times in the past when you did feel frightened or were endangered and not only survived, but came through intact. You can also relabel fear and instead call it excitement, as the two emotions are very similar in the way they manifest in the body. Most of all, trust your spirit guides, your instincts, and your friends to watch out for you. Associations of zebra: protection, guardianship, alertness, kind-heartedness, compassion, individuality, compromise, challenge, analysis, illusion, magic, sure-footedness, confidence, changes, and agility. I am going to do something that I haven't done in a long time. I won't say that I don't usually do, but because I've done it before. I am going to say a collective prayer for those who are held in that collective fear and those whose frequencies and Spectrums hold on to that because it is familiar, and without it they would feel empty. Okay? And I want you to know that these are chords and they are strings, and that they are like balloons, and you need to pull that balloon apart and let it go. Pull that string of balloon, let it go, release it with your breath. You can do this in your mind. This is vision work. This is talking to yourself work. This is doing this in the mirror work. Okay? This is how you get to know yourself intimately. This is how you connect with your fear. You connect with your fear, and your fear begins to trust you. And it begins being comfortable, letting you soothe it, comfort it, guide it, put it to sleep. These are feelings and thoughts that rise. You either grasp them and hold on to them and don't let them go, or you release them. That's the spiritual power that you have. That is, get grounded. Put your feet flat on the earth. I put my hands like this on my womb, or where my womb used to be. And I breathe into that space. And in that space, baby, I call my ancestors. All of them. All of them. And I tell them to be with me. And to help me. And to send me help. And I tell them and I ask them, let me be still so that I can receive. And see, I have the faith that I am heard and that I am listened to. My existence has taught me that when I get out of my own head and get out of my own way and allow myself to be spiritually led, there's no mountain that I cannot climb. And there is no cliff that I can fall off that's going to hurt me or damage me or kill me. I will get up. I will recover. Be it with broken bones, broken back, broken this or that. I'm going to get up. And beloveds, I am no different than you are. Know this about yourself. Again, womb. Womb. Male or female, it don't matter. The energy will flow. Put your hands right there. And you put that awareness there, where that fear is at. And you put that fear to sleep. And let that knowing that you are a spiritual being of the highest and of the lowest frequencies and spectrums, and that you will bring balance any way that's necessary. And then bring it down in your humbleness and thank them for being with you. Thank them for helping you when you needed help. Offer your help to others that need help. Not for what you can get from it, or how it's going to profit you, or what they're going to think, oh, she's so smart, oh, she's so this. Do it because it's the right thing to do. And because you are seeding the new earth with what you're going to come back to. Love loves itself. God loves itself. That's not vain. That's not narcissistic. That's common sense. That's motherhood wisdom. You can deny it all you want to. It speaks for itself. Existence speaks for itself. Truth speaks for itself. I don't have to explain not diddly. And I'm not saying that in a tone. I'm not saying that in a judgmental way. Like I said, I am as humble as pie. All of this is, I won't say new, but it's all coming back to me again. It's all coming back to me. And it's coming back to me in a way that I think it's been several lifetimes ago since I felt it in this fullness that it's in right now. And so, oh, I like that. And so, beloveds, it is what it is. And like I said, get ready for Mother with Wisdom Blog Talk Radio show. It is what it is, to be happening every single Saturday at 2:30, unless you hear about it on Facebook. Will be another time or another day or something of that. It is what it is the topic. That's the name of the show itself. And what we'll be talking about will always be in the introductory portion of that. But we're going to be going back to that, beloved. So stay tuned and be sure to like and follow. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to do the little button, bell, whatever, so you can be notified. And I look forward to expanding our spiritual consciousness with you. And I hope you feel comfortable enough and authentic enough to show yourself, present yourself in part of the collective that is being built in this womb that I carry, this spiritual thing that I'm constantly seeding and tending, this garden. You are welcome to my table. You are welcome to partake. And if at any time you get a little bit unworthy to sit there or receive anything else, you will be removed. But Wakanda forever. Okay? This is for the all and the nothing. Period. I hope, beloveds. Thank you.